Hey guys, welcome to the Warhammer Underworld's Shadespire core set unboxing. Sorry for a little bit of the background noise. I live in Florida and my AC is always running and it's a little loud today, but usually I'm a little bit louder. Alright, so before we get started here, of course you need your safety cutter. So this is actually put out by the Warhammer Worlds thing here. This has looks like you can play, I think this is setting up for a 2-player game, but you can play up to 4 players, I think, with different expansions and stuff. The back of this box looks pretty cool, kind of showing you what you're going to see all on the inside of this here. Sorry about that. And I got to tell you something, this box is pretty heavy, by the way. So I know it's got some stuff in here. I don't know how big the boards are, but I know they're supposed to be like a couple of boards. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh wow. So we got, of course you got, look, they even wrapped this all in plastic. You got the rule book for the Shadespire, and it kind of shows you some diagrams on the back. I might cut in the back at the end because I know this is not as interesting for a lot of people. But anyway, here is the pop-outs, and I'll pop those open in a second to show you each one. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look at the miniatures you have to assemble. Now usually most of the games I play, the miniatures are already assembled, and let me see if I can get a little zoom detail on any of these things here. So I'm going to have to use probably even a smaller safety cutter to assemble my 2 teams here. Wow, but look at I mean, just look at these guys. I mean, okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4 bases and 3 bases, so I'm assuming 4 on 3. So interesting. I like the asymmetrical outlook of that sort of thing. Oh, here's the dice. Let's cut this. I love dice. Do you like rolling dice? I like dice and card games, and this is a combination of both. Okay, so anyway, so here's how the dice are looking. All these different sides. I think that's the critical thing, and I'm not sure about each one of the symbols here, but man, seem to be pretty good quality, sounding good. Let's go ahead and set that in the top of the box over there, or to the side. Okay, so what else we got going on in this box here? Okay, so I guess these are the says Libros. I'm gonna have to crack these open and then I'll just fan through the cards real quick because I'm not really sure. Oh, that's nice. They give you little bags here to put some of your stuff in. And of course, the most important thing of any box is your advertisement. So you thought, you know, you were awesome by having that. Well, you might need whatever else they got, like the Thunder and Blood. Okay, actually looks pretty cool with the topper there. Okay, so I'm going to move that out real quick. I'm going to go, first of all, back to these little punch outs because I want to show you guys, you know, the boards and the punch out tiles. For once, when I'm cutting something open, it's not like the tight deck of cards, so I don't really have a chance to ruin those just by the cut. Wow, this is nice quality. I mean, the heaviness, like a real game board. You know how some people get kind of chintzy on that sort of stuff, but let me tell you, it looks like they're not. Okay, so these are very similar. I'm not sure which way is the way up here, but okay, I guess one has the one faction symbol, one has the other faction symbol. I'm not really sure, but you guys can tell me in the comments because I'm brand new to the system. And I have to give a little shout out to my buddy Pierre, which is on he's Le Gaming Dude on his YouTube channel. Look him up. He is fun to watch, especially he's an extraordinary painter. If you get a chance, you should check out how he can paint, because he'll paint all of the figures that I'm showing you now. If he hasn't done it already, he'll have a tutorial of that. But anyway, I was kind of in the dumps the other day, and he called me up and asked me if I wanted to go to the Wargamer store in Winter Park, and I've never been. And he's like, "You've never been? You must come with me." So he came and actually picked me up and drove all the way there. Let's take a look at some of these boards here. And so he took me down there, and we had a nice visit. You know, it's kind of, I don't know, I think it's about an hour drive or so, but it didn't seem like it because the company was so good. Okay, so these boards have 2 sides to them. Anyway, as I spent the day, he surprised me. I didn't realize, but I guess he had actually purchased the Shadespire for me. This was a gift. I didn't actually buy this. It was bought for me. Although this was on my to buy list. I had looked at many times, but you know, I've been trying to manage my games and everything else and money. I've been having some issues that way. But I want to say thank you as a little shout out to my buddy Pierre for making my day. You know, let me hang with him and getting me this beautiful gift. It was beyond kind words that he really uplifted me. And it's nice that we have people in the community in our lives that can do such things. I always like to think that I'm an inspiration for people. Obviously not maybe so much with my channel, but with my, kindness or conversation, or smart alecky-ness, depending on which day you catch me on. Okay, so anyway, look at these. I mean, I can't tell you guys, but this is a nice solid board. I mean, it's got a decent thickness to it. And I think that in the game, you kind of, like, I think the setup is you have to hook the boards together. I'm not sure the rules, but so many hexes have to be connected. Like one person picks one board and lays it down, and then the other person connects it. I think it can be on the ends too, or it can be kind of cattywampus to form the battlefield. But this is something I'll look at, because one thing is with my buddy the gaming dude, he won't be able to play his game until it's painted, and I think he may have had it painted already. But I'm not necessarily so. I'm so much into the games, I can just assemble them and play with the red versus blue. Although I do plan on painting them, and if I get to that, I will show you what a horrible job that I do, because I am not a good painter. But I guess it's all learning experience. The nice thing about paint is you can always do it again down the road. Okay, I didn't know. Let me take a fan through these cards real quick. Sorry, I'm just like talking so much today. All right, the packs are now opened. It looks like there's some different types of cards. I don't know if they need to be sorted a certain way, but I'll just fan through them like this. So got the barcode on this. I don't know, it has a different backing than the rest of those there, so don't open this until you have played a few games. Guess what? I opened it. So does that mean that I'm going to go down the canyon of fate or something? I don't know. Okay, different cards. A movable object, seize ground. Coward. Draw the gaze of Cornet. I'm not sure exactly how you say that. I apologize to all the people in the war gamer world that know exactly the wording of all these places, because I am brand new to this. I've seen Warhammer played many times, but to do the small, I like a smaller tactical combat like Shadespire compared to the big grandiose games. And for those people that love that, that is fantastic. I'm glad that everybody has something that they like. But I'd like something a little smaller, easier, cleaner, that I can resolve stuff very quickly without having 8 million miniatures, although I love miniatures, but without having to try to keep, collect, and paint all those, all that pressure of being a massive miniature Warhammer owner. Okay, so I guess another one here says, open this one when you play your first game. So I guess this is what they suggest, what you play. Looks like characters. Oh yeah, these are your guys. Okay, right. And then they have the cards that do different things here. This guy Corn again, cares not. There is only slaughter, annihilation. I'm getting a feel of how straightforward this is. There's objective cards, which is good. 5 objectives. Okay. Berserk, I don't know. I don't know if they're different. Let's see. Unstoppable charge. I'm liking these things. Great fortitude. Whirlwind of death. I'm not reading the actual things on here, but I guess if you guys want to pause it, you can. I'm just kind of flipping through them here, just looking at the artwork really, and kind of the title. But yeah, healing potion. Man, healing potions are the best. Let's set this up here. And what is in the last one? I guess here we go. It says open this when you play your first game. This pack includes the fighter cards and objective deck. Okay, so I guess there's 2 different, maybe you operate 2 different decks as when you play different people. All right, I like it. I'm liking this armor on these people. I'm hoping they're definitely going to match the figures over there. I'm sure there's a intense paint scheme for this, which I'll be in complete ignorance of. Eternals, Lightning Strikes, Sigmar's Bulwark. You get another Annihilation, Denial. Then you have these objectives. All right, Heroic Guard, Thunder. I see this, maybe that's the faction symbol on the top right. Simple Strike, Valiant Attack, Confusion, Healing Potion, Sidestep Block, Heroic Might again, Lightning Blast. I'm all about blasting stuff. Here's something here, interesting with all the, how these are with the symbols on it, all the icons. Great Speed, Great Strength. All right, okay, so basically you have all the punch outs. You have 3 decks of cards. You got the 2 boards. You've got, yeah, those guys there. And these tight looking little figures here when you put them together. Only other thing is, is this little rule book, but I'll just go ahead and just slice this open like super fast here and just flip through the pages to see kind of what it looks like to give you guys an idea of what may or may not be going on here. Okay, advertisements. Oh, quick start begin. So there's a quick start guide. And then it shows you how to assemble the miniatures, which is helpful because I will be awful at that. But I'm just going to kind of give you a look at here, and I love all the mirrored city. Look, there's a whole story behind it. That's great. Whispers in the Shadows. Warriors of Shadespire. It tells you all about them in here. That's great. Man, I'm digging that. Okay, there's all their names of which figure goes to what. All right, the core rules here. Breakdown of the card, diagrams. There's a lot of great how to plays on there. Probably my favorite one is Rodney Smith that shows a how to play. I may do one if you just like listen to my annoying voice, but I won't be probably nearly as detailed as he does on Watch It Play because he is just tremendous. So if you really want to know how to play this game, you should probably watch his tutorial. And he even does a playthrough with his little buddy Pep. And I say little buddy, but I'm just kind of joking, like one of them's Skipper, one of them's Gilligan. I don't know. No offense, guys. I enjoy your channel. Attacking additional action rules. So I mean, it's got some stuff, but it looks like everything's pretty straightforward. Maybe a few things to check here and there, but mainly how you learn is when you play, because it's the playthroughs and the action to get it. All right, well, this has been an unboxing with ET. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep the dice rolling.